So Tapiwa and I are part of a multidisciplinary team at the University of Cape Town. And over the last few years, we have been looking at the various challenges and opportunities regenerative agriculture has to offer in the context of post-mine development. So in a nutshell, we are proposing the use of plants and cultivating them on degraded mine land and how these can be used to develop a successor plant-based economy.
Yeah, and I think that really ties into the bigger vision we have around developing post-mining economies and looking at economic succession planning in jurisdictions where mining is really influential to the economy and benefiting communities.
So the 2022 theme for the Innovation and Research Battlefield was building resilient post-mine economies. And we believe our regenerative agriculture initiative speaks directly to that. Because what we are initially proposing is we want to use plants and then use them as a vehicle to transform degraded mine land in such a way that it is productive, but it can also support remediation but offer a multi-product economy. By multi-product, we mean we want to use the plant biomass harvested, cultivated and harvested, and then use that to develop a value chain based on byproducts such as biofuels and biomaterials.
Yeah, and looking at all these products was really in line with our vision that I spoke about earlier, looking at opportunities to develop post-mining economies and also looking at economic diversification. So the Innovation and Research Battlefield for 2022 was really in line with that grander vision of building positive legacies.
So we actually used the innovation grant for two main things. Firstly, we wanted to initialize some small-scale greenhouse studies where we wanted to explore the possibility of growing selected plants on degraded mine soil. And then secondly, we wanted to engage into more stakeholder networking opportunities and use that to strengthen our research approach and formalize our research outcomes. I will touch a bit on the greenhouse studies and then Tapiwa will talk about the stakeholder. So in terms of our greenhouse studies, we have done a lot of groundwork where we have already identified promising plants and examples of fibrous plants such as your hemp canaf, but also different species of bamboo and also more rigid plants like cactus and the succulent spectrum. So what we did is we decided to try two of those, the canaf and hemp, and we collected some soil from a gold mining site and we tested the growth of these plants on different levels of contamination. So far we have some positive results and we hope that with future funding we can expand this experiment and eventually lead to more larger scale experimental work.
So a big part of our approach to the regenerative agriculture project is looking at collaboration and co-creation. So the Innovation and Research Battlefield for 2022 really brought immense exposure to the project, and through that we're able to engage with more stakeholders and also build partnerships across mining companies, mine closure specialists, and also community groups, which is really, really important to us, that community aspect. And these partnerships are really enabling us to look at scaling up piloting and also looking at just the long-term implementation of the work and also technology transfer beyond that.
Okay, super. So last question. What was your motivation for pursuing a career that does actually intersect and benefit the mining sector?
So I am not actually in the mining industry. My field of work is mostly geared towards the circular economy. So I work predominantly with waste and wastewater and how these can be used as resources to develop additional value-added products like biomaterials and biofuels. So in this project, I was brought in to explore the possibility of using degraded mine land as a valuable resource and use it in a productive manner, such that we can get this successor plant-based economy that will not only revitalize the degraded mine land, but also explore and then offer many opportunities to the surrounding mining communities. So personally, it has been exciting for me to be part of this project because there are so many learning opportunities, and it has been great working in a multidisciplinary team, and we are having the opportunity to disrupt the status quo of the mining industry, but at the same time hopefully addressing the needs of the mining communities.
I'm really passionate about where mining and development intersect. And I think that's especially important for the African context where we look at the challenges across the continent. So this project really embodies looking at how do you build development, not just during mining, but beyond that, which is what we should really be focusing on when we talk about mining as a catalyst for sustainable development. We should be looking at the long term. A lot of people think about mine closure as just the end of life of mine, but no, it's the beginning of new opportunities. So that's why I'm really passionate about this work, and it's been such an empowering journey because I've learned a lot, and we've also received a lot of exposure as women in mining, and that also led us to getting nominated as 100 global inspirational women in mining through this exposure.